Welcome to one of the most crucial videos on this channel. Today we are diving into the future of AI-powered search and how it is reshaping e-commerce on Amazon. I will be covering COSMO, a large-scale e-commerce common sense knowledge generation and serving system at Amazon. Think of it as Amazon's new search algorithm. Plus, we will talk about Rufus, a generative AI shopping assistant that is like having ChatGPT built right into Amazon. Whether you are involved with Amazon FBA, Amazon Merch on Demand, or Amazon KDP, this is a game changer for your business. If you think your listings are fully optimized, you might want to reconsider after watching this video. Let's get started. Let's start with Amazon COSMO. We got aware of COSMO after the publication of its science paper around February 2024. So, it is described in this paper as a large-scale e-commerce common sense knowledge generation and serving system at Amazon. This algorithm leverages large language models to analyze user behavior and intent, creating a more personalized shopping experience. Unlike the previous Amazon A9 algorithm, which primarily relied on keyword matching and sales performance, COSMO focuses on understanding deeper user intentions by constructing a comprehensive knowledge graph that connects products with user context and needs. Alright, I know it sounds complex. To put it simply, COSMO understands the intent behind the user query, what they are actually looking for, who they are, and what they are interested in finding, and provides personalized recommendations. While some of you might see this as futuristic, it's actually happening right now. In a scientific paper released by Amazon earlier this year, they reported testing this new algorithm on 10% of Amazon's US traffic back in February. These well-structured tests revealed a significant 0.7% increase in product sales within this segment, translating to annual revenue boost of hundreds of millions of dollars. Although we don't have an exact rollout timeline, Amazon has made their intentions clear, and it wouldn't be surprising if that initial 10% testing has now expanded significantly. I will provide an example how it works and explain how you can optimize your Amazon listings for COSMO soon. However, to give you a clearer understanding of the entire concept, I need to first explain Rufus. Earlier this year, Amazon launched Rufus, a generative AI-powered shopping assistant that's been trained on Amazon's product catalog, customer reviews, community Q&As, and information from across the web to help customers understand product details, get product recommendations, compare options, find deals, and more. Currently, Rufus is now available to all US customers in the Amazon Shopping app and on desktop. Everyone can get started using it by first making sure their Amazon Shopping app is up to date, then tapping the Rufus icon in the navigation bar at the bottom of their screen. A Rufus chat box will appear, and customers can either ask their questions or tap one of the suggested questions to begin a conversation. Customers can now also access Rufus on desktop by clicking on the Rufus icon at the top left of their screen. You can ask Rufus questions to understand product details and see what other customers are saying. It can provide product recommendations, compare options, give you the latest product updates, access your current and past orders, and answer inquiries that aren't directly related to shopping. Essentially, it's like having ChatGPT integrated into Amazon. You can ask it questions, and instead of showing you thousands of product listings like traditional search, it will return just 2, 3, or 4 highly personalized results. These results will continue to improve, becoming more personalized and relevant over time. Plus, you can ask questions directly on the product page itself, making it easier to decide on a purchase. For most product categories, it just makes sense. Unless it's something like fashion. People don't want to scroll through thousands of items, they just want to find the best option quickly. For instance, most of my audience is into Amazon KDP, selling low-content books on Amazon like I do. Now imagine that during the back-to-school season, parents could simply copy and paste their child's school supply list into Rufus. Based on preferences like price, color, cover design, binding style, or brand, they get the best options for notebooks or other supplies on their lists. It's definitely a time saver for them. I believe that by around mid next year, the majority of customers will likely be using Rufus for shopping. Some of you might think it feels like an intrusive pop-up and might prefer traditional search with dozens of results on the page. But consider this, ChatGPT reached 1 million users in just 5 days. Whereas Instagram took around 2.5 months to reach the same milestone. OpenAI has also stated that ChatGPT now has over 200 million weekly active users, double what it had last November. This shows how familiar people are becoming with this kind of technology, and I think Rufus will be widely adopted even faster. Whether you are working with Amazon FBA, Amazon Merch on Demand, or Amazon KDP, it's time to start optimizing your listings for COSMO and Rufus as soon as possible. From here on, you can consider them your first customers. Few people are aware of this right now, and some sellers may ignore it because it does require extra effort. That's why I see this challenge as an opportunity and have already started implementing and testing changes with my best-selling books. Of course, analyzing and understanding the results will take some time, as this is all very new. Soon I will be sharing my experience in another video, so make sure to subscribe to get notifications when I post updates on this topic. Now let's dive into how you can optimize your listings for COSMO and Rufus. COSMO and Rufus function together like backend and front-end tools. COSMO is trained on user behavior and intent, common sense knowledge, product attributes, and more. To clarify what I mean by common sense knowledge and user behavior, let me provide an example. For instance, when people search for shoes for pregnant women, that reflects intent, while the action of purchasing slip-resistant shoes indicates behavior. The common sense knowledge here is that pregnant women require slip-resistant shoes. This is one way how e-commerce common sense knowledge can be generated from user behaviors. COSMO focuses on two typical user behaviors with strong potential intentions: search by and co-buy. Search by occurs when a customer searches for a product, like running shoes, and then makes a purchase, demonstrating a clear intent to buy. Co-buy happens when customers frequently purchase items together, such as a camera and a camera case. To understand why people buy certain items together, platforms generate common sense knowledge using large language models. For example, if someone buys a camera and a screen protector, the platform recognizes that they do this to provide protection for the camera. By understanding these connections, COSMO can offer better recommendations when a customer interacts with Rufus. Rufus is trained on Amazon's product catalog, customer reviews, information from community Q&A posts, and additional information from across the web. The product catalog is an area we control, allowing us to optimize our listings for COSMO. However, this optimization differs from what we did for the A9 algorithm, where we focus primarily on ranking for specific keywords. COSMO and Rufus work with a new model that operates differently. I will share my thoughts on best optimization practices soon. Using customer reviews for training is expected, but using information from across the web is interesting. This likely includes additional data about products from various sites. Since Rufus can access a customer's current and past orders, as well as their search history on Amazon, it understands each customer well enough to make highly personalized recommendations. However, I wonder if it also uses browsing history from outside Amazon. You get what I mean, but I will avoid speculating on this for now, as there is no concrete information, so let's move on for now. Okay, how to optimize Amazon listings for COSMO and Rufus. In short, optimizing Amazon listings is no longer about keywords alone, but rather about intent and context. Keyword stuffing and long-tail keyword matching aren't necessary as they once were, because these systems are becoming far more advanced. Now we need to focus on truly understanding customer intent and conveying that intent clearly through product descriptions and images. From a listing perspective, it's essential to have a deep understanding of your audience and to optimize all relevant features on the product page. Rather than keyword stuffing or focusing solely on keyword matching, clearly explain the product's function, specific use, target audience, usage details, seasonality, applicable body parts if relevant, and more. Moving forward, these aspects will be far more important for Amazon in surfacing your product to customers than simply matching keywords. So you need to make sure you answer all the questions that your customers might have. Therefore, I advise analyzing the listings of your best-selling competitors and through reverse engineering, addressing all the questions they answer in their listings. Amazon is building the world's most advanced system to determine what is best for customers, and it will soon surpass any human strategy. The focus should be on creating quality products that genuinely meet customer needs. What I mean is, returning to the earlier example, the common sense knowledge here is that pregnant women need slip-resistant shoes. So, if Amazon has learned from your previous search activity that you are pregnant, it's likely that when you search for "I want a shoe in Rufus," it will suggest slip-resistant shoes, even if you didn't specifically request that feature or indicated that you were pregnant. Another key aspect to optimize for AI is images. Optimizing images is more crucial now than ever. Both Amazon and various AI tools can analyze images effectively. For more information, check out the Amazon recognition site. It's useful for B2B and also integrates into their algorithms. To see this in action, you can pass your product photo into ChatGPT or Copilot and ask what it is. For example, since many of my audiences are interested in Amazon KDP, I quickly designed a coloring book cover for kids age 4 to 8 and uploaded it to ChatGPT to see what it would recognize. Interestingly, even though I didn't include dinosaur in the title, it still understood that the coloring book was about dinosaurs and accurately read the text on it. This example highlights just how important images are. If you are an Amazon FBA seller, you should select your product images based on your target audience. For instance, if your product is aimed at seniors in their 60s, use images of people around that age. If your product is office related, choose images that convey that setting. For Amazon Merch and KDP sellers, while you can choose the images, KDP sellers should focus on creating A+ content with relevant images and provide more data to COSMO and Rufus. I see this video is getting longer than planned, so I'll wrap it up here. I will create more videos about Amazon, COSMO and Rufus soon, so make sure to subscribe for notifications on updates. See you soon.